Hey everybody, Rob here. One of the challenges about doing the podcast and not having a celebrity assistant is that you have to remember to do a lot of things. And sometimes you forget to do some important things, like record both of the camera angles when you do an interview with somebody that's here after the show. And that's precisely what happened when I spoke with Elliott following our last podcast. So what I would like to do to try to remedy this predicament is re-record what you would have seen from the camera angle that would have included me. This camera angle right here, as you see, there is an empty chair where Allie would have sat. There was the purple water cup that she would have drunk from, but well, I guess she did drink from it, but she's no longer here. But in order to fix a situation where I only recorded the camera angle on Allie, and frankly, if you were going to only record one, probably, who needed me? But just to try to fix this problem, I am now going to re-record my side of my conversation with Allie. And what you're about to see is the video of Allie from when she was here. And in an attempt to fix my up, I am going to re-record my side of that conversation to make things feel more natural. All right, we just got done recording our podcast after episode number 4 here with Elliott. Allie, you made it. You survived doing the podcast. Was it like what you thought it was going to be?
Oh, yeah. It was fun. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were just going to talk pretty much everything. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. What about the setup here? How crazy is it that there's a family downstairs and then you come into this like crazy playhouse?
No, I think it's really cool. It's cool that you can have your work here at home. I mean, I wish I could just like walk upstairs and be like, I'm at work. But no, I think it's great. I was shocked. I was honestly really shocked, but it's a really cool setup you have. I like it.
Oh, well, let's don't get too carried away. Yeah. So in terms of doing the podcast, did you feel like we got a good episode to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, I like to talk, so I hope that people enjoy it. But I think Ghost Islands, there's a lot you can talk about. And I think that I still love, like everybody else who's ever played Survivor, love talking about when they were on. Yeah, I think that I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about whether or not you were interested in playing again. Do you think you will play Survivor again?
Yeah, I want to play Survivor again.
Yeah, I think you should, and I think that you would be very good. I think that there was a lot of extenuating circumstances that led to you going out, and I feel like that you're in a really good spot where if you go back, I thought people aren't going to be really scared.
Yeah, I think that I did just enough that, if I go and play again, people will think, okay, she seems nice. She seems like she could be trusted. And I hope that people would want to team up with me. I hope that people won't look at me and be like, well, look at Simone and look at Patrick. She just buttered them up. I don't want her to even, try and fool me. And so that would be my only concern.
What if you went back and then you get there and now here's Patrick again?
Oh, I'm not doing that.
You leave?
I will say, it's just so hard. I would never want to do that again. So for everybody listening, production, I would never.
Well, this is like behind the scenes. The production's not going to see this.
Yeah, but I'm going to forward this to them.
Oh, you forward this? Yeah, you're sending this video.
Yes.
And say if you put Patrick out there, I'm going to leave.
They know how I feel. No, I want to play the game by myself.
Yeah,
and that's how I always wanted to play.
What was your experience like following Survivor with the fans? You feel like that you had a positive experience or not as much?
No, I feel like I had a great experience with the fans. The good thing, though, is going into it, I knew that we're being watched every second. I knew that anything could be, taken and used to say something else, or I know how production works. And so being that said, I went into the show knowing I'm just going to be myself. That's it. I'm not going to be anything extra, and I'm going to be careful with what I say. And so I think that coming out, I didn't really think I could be portrayed as wrong. And I think that the audience, I mean, I got a lot of love, which was great. And it made me feel good, and it's better. I'm like, at least if I didn't win, at least I'm not hated. But yeah, I definitely thought that everything that went along with the show went really well.
In the very beginning of the podcast, we talked about your Survivor fandom, and you talked about how that you were somebody, you watched all the shows, but you weren't a super duper fan or anything like that. So based on what you knew about the show, did you have any idea that there was this whole culture around Survivor that existed going in?
No.
Or did you find out about it after the fact?
After the fact. So I went into the show. I'm a fan of the show.
Right.
When it hits 9:00, my life is on, and I don't talk about Survivor until the next time it comes on. Unless it's like I have friends or family or whatever. That's when we talk about it. But I was never an online person.
Yes.
I never knew that there was this fandom. And so even now I'm like, still, I'm like,
right.
People are still just finding out, because of course people don't watch always on time. So I get messages, I just watched the season and I love, I'm like,
right. People
this
still
is crazy.
Watching it.
It's so fun.
What was that experience like to not know that this whole world exists where there's websites and forums and podcasts and videos and social media and all these things, and then to sort of like, do you find that out when you go through the casting process, or is it like when you start to come home and look into this stuff?
Yeah, it's when I got home and I had no idea. It just smacks you in the face, and I'm like, wow, there's all these people.
Is it exciting? Is it like, oh my God, I had no idea this, or is it like sort of like a dystopic Black Mirror nightmare of, oh my God, I didn't know there was all this stuff out there?
No, it's amazing. I mean, I think it was fun, because I love the show. I didn't understand that people loved it 80 billion times more than I did, and so it's literally their lives. And for me, I got to live it. And so that's even why sometimes it's a little bit disheartening, because when I had to experience all this, there's so many people out there that want to do this, and I just would love, and it's so hard because there's millions of people out there, and this show can only cast so many at a time, but I want everybody who can get to experience this experience, because it is just an amazing one.
So you were sad for people that have not had the experience.
Yes, because for me, I'm like, I am a huge fan of the show and I love the show, but I was nowhere near this diehard as this person, and they would die if they got the chance to do it. It's just something that, if it's literally their biggest dreams. And the fact that I got to live it, for some of these people, I would give my experience to them, because I'm like, they would probably, die if they got to do this,
but I mean, at the same time, that in terms of casting the show, that it's not based on, who necessarily wants to be on the show the most. I don't know if that necessarily makes for the most interesting show.
Of course. I understand that completely. But the fact of just, letting people have that experience. And so maybe in the future, if it's, having a giveaway where somebody gets to come out there and, experience
so what
that.
you're saying is that if they call you to play again, you would give up your spot for somebody who would want to play more.
No. Not because...
But you would take the spot, but it would hurt. It would hurt you a little bit. You would be hurt.
Well, if it's a returner season, I would hope that it would make sense.
Yes.
Where that person would obviously not be a returner. But I do, I come in contact with some people that they're like, what do I do? And I'm just like, I don't know. You feel bad because you're like, I got to live this dream, which was my dream, but this is 10 times more theirs, Yeah. And so, it's fun though to interact with those people, because it's literally their lives.
Okay. So now we're done with the podcast. You go back to your real life. What is that like? What is like the average, afternoon, evening for you?
Yeah, I like routine. So, I mean, right now I'm going to go home. It's my Friday, so I'm going to...
It's your Friday, so now you're off now for a couple
I'm always
days.
off on Friday.
Okay.
So I go home, and I'm going to make myself something healthy.
So Thursday is your Friday?
Thursday is my Friday.
Okay.
Every week. So every week I get a 3-day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm living the life.
Yes.
Not really, but Kind of. To me, it is at this moment. Yeah, so I'm going to go home and make some dinner, and it's Thursday, so I catch up with all my Wednesday shows because I don't have live. I don't have
So you watch
cable.
a lot of TV.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I live and die and breathe for TV.
What are your shows?
Everything?
Yes.
Literally everything.
Yes.
No.
Is that because you want to be in media or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, so I have a strong love for TV.
Yeah.
So I am currently watching. Tonight I won't watch because I don't have cable, so I watch everything on Hulu. And so I'm currently watching How to Get Away with Murder. I watch Blackish. I watch This Is Us. So I have a show every night. I like, what is it, Blind Spot on Fridays. And these are just shows that are on right now. Obviously,
Yeah.
I watch Survivor.
Yeah, I didn't know you were into any other reality.
Reality. I do like Big Brother. I didn't like this past.
You didn't like
season.
Celebrity Big Brother or
I
Big
didn't.
Brother? Or
I didn't watch Celebrity Big Brother.
Celebrity Big Brother was good.
I heard it was good, but because it was celebrities, I wasn't as into it.
But it was short.
Yeah,
That was
it was short.
easy.
It was quick.
Yeah.
I might go back and watch because I
Yeah.
heard it was good. But I do like Big Brother. I watch
Yes.
a lot of Big Brother.
But Big Brother 19 was too much for you.
I didn't,
You didn't
like it
Paul.
that much.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Pissed.
No, and I did not like the banging of the.
Yes.
No,
yes.
that was not nice. And yeah, so I couldn't really get into that as much. But I just love TV. I'm
Bachelor.
always. No, I'm not a Bachelor
Yeah.
because I can't really agree with. I like to watch every now and then if it's. I don't know. I watched Rachel because she was, African American.
Yes.
And I don't ever really care for it. It's like torture for me.
I don't watch it.
No, I don't understand how we can allow somebody to date 30 people at one time.
You're not
But
into
you get
that.
mad
Yes.
if your significant other's cheating. So
Yes. Okay. So you feel like that from a morally,
it just doesn't seem right.
It's not right.
No.
What's the best show that's on TV right now?
The best show. I mean, This Is Us really can't be beat.
Us.
And that sounds so
Yes,
generic right now,
yes.
but it's just.
Is that a basic take?
Yeah, it's pretty basic. I really like on Netflix. I like Colony.
Yes.
I do like The Colony. Everybody watched Black Mirror. I mean, it's whatever. Walking Dead.
Yes. So
Walking Dead.
I mentioned the Jadis
Yes,
picture.
yes, I do watch Walking Dead.
And you follow that, and you see me like your eyes have lit up.
Yes.
You love The Walking Dead.
I do love The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a diehard,
Yes.
but I do. I mean,
what is it
I enjoy
that appeals to you about it?
The fact it's just like what's going to happen next. There's always going to be something, and it's always Rick and some other male figure that's in power. So,
Yes.
no, I enjoy it. I am not sure I like how they continue to.
You don't
kill.
like that Rick and another guy are always in power. You
I don't
like
know.
to see.
They need to mix it up a little.
Yes,
It's getting.
they should get
repetition.
Michonne or Maggie more in the mix.
Yeah, and you can tell that Maggie's about to be, which I like that too. No, I love The Walking Dead. I don't know, there's something about it. I don't like gory and dead stuff, but that one I can deal with.
So what is it that appeals to you? So you don't like the zombie part of it?
No.
What do you like that?
I like the like I'm gung ho for like fighting and
yes.
like
Do you like sci-fi?
a little bit.
Okay.
I do like the sci-fi a little bit, but I'm like huge into action movies. That's something I just realized recently. Like I love like Avengers and all of those like fighting action, there's got to be something happening. If it's like, I would rather watch those any day over like a love movie or a love show.
And you like sports that's like action?
Sports, yeah. So I like, a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was so nice to have you here in the studio. I hope you had a nice time.
Great time. Yeah, it's fun.
Would consider coming back. And thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I mean, it was so fun.
All right. Stop this.